reason that I went live is simply this. I believe moderators are out of control. As a whole, across the app, all moderators ain't bad. I rock with moderators. I like moderators, good and bad. The point of interest that I'm trying to make is moderators are centering and they shouldn't. I had to check my own self from doing the same thing with other content creators as I've come along this journey on this app to this point. So I understand what's going on. I'm just saying, in the current hyperbolic situation that we find ourselves on TikTok, that we as moderators must manage the flow of information both in and out, keep the pages of the hosts up, stop all the trolls from reporting everything everywhere. When everyone has if anyone has a problem, the first thing that they want to do is go report somebody's page. Why? You don't own TikTok. Log off the app. It's free. It didn't cost you nothing to download it. You're not the police of comments or commentaries. No one has made you judge and jury over what is or is not acceptable on TikTok. Period. Now, the title, let me say this about the title. The title really was for the children's section. The issue that I have is in the children's sections, you have moderators that sometimes come in the children's section. That would be the comment section. We called it the children's section, not to be offensive by calling you a child, but a long time ago, that's all you could do on TikTok until you got your followings up. Once you got to 1,000, you could go live. Other than that, you were in the children's section. So that title, the basics, was because of that. My commentary about, no, let me do this. Let me cook. My commentary is simply this. Moderators, do better. Do better. That's it. The hosts are doing their level best. I know it's tough on hosts. I've seen it. I've talked to people on and off apps. I've had people cry about shit that happened on the panel, what people said about them, what they don't say about them. I know that if I say something inflammatory, as you guys see, people are going to come out the woodworks because that's what people do on this app. If this background wasn't up here like this, that would be 2 people in this room, most likely. Everyone is starving for controversy and attention. I started my live on my other page to give you guys exactly what you wanted, because that's what you wanted. It blew up the spot until people started getting mad, picking sides. I'm on this side, you wrong, you wrong, you wrong, you wrong. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ban people. I'm gonna report your page. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Who the hell made you the police? Who made you the TikTok police? Swipe up, swipe out, turn your app off, maybe. I did what I did on purpose. Why? Because that's what you want. There's probably half the people was like, yeah. And the other half the people was like, hell no, that's some effed up stuff. You right. But if you go on TikTok, pretty much at any point in time, that's what you're going to find. The rooms that are popping, it's going to be controversy. It's going, you're going to be 1,000, 2,000 people in there. Why? Because people agged at each other. I'm pissed. Same thing I just did. That's what's going to happen. It's going to bring everybody out the woodwork. You people that come out the woodwork make the Mod Squad job harder. So I understand. Because you're like, should I block them? Are they doing anything? And then you're talking to the content creator or the host on the backside, like, should we block this person or not? Are you getting any flags for these types of comments or commentaries? Or, we're trying to figure out like what to do with you ninjas. Cause y'all all over the place doing all kind of things. Some people for, some people against. Y'all gotta stop it, man. Like, you can let your opinions be known, but you ain't got to freaking be hateful. What I did a moment ago was hateful on purpose. It ain't right. It ain't cool. It ain't never been cool. But it happens on this app every single day. Every single day. You can find some of this nonsense going on. So, I gave you what you asked for. I gave you the shock and jock. I platformed people. I took their followers. I put it up. I put mine up. I made the comparisons. I did everything that TikTok do in a short period. You know why? Because that's what you guys are starving for. Cut it out. Go feed your kids. Get your bag up. Ain't nobody on here perfect. Me, nor you. Ain't nobody perfect. But what we can do is we can take this $1.4 trillion we're expected to spend today and take care of our babies. Take care of our homes. Learn what it means to become your own banker. How you take a life policy, an IUL policy, and you sow your little pennies in there and you wait for your haul. You got young children. Do you know what a fucking $1 million baby policy is? Probably not. Why the hell would you not want to make your baby a millionaire by the time they're 16, or a multimillionaire by the time they're 25 for about $25? Because you don't know you can do that. You don't know if you sow into your kid's life, you can give your kids a head start against everybody else in life. Because you don't know. Why? Because you're on TikTok worrying about who and who call who what, why you call them this way, why you don't do this, why you don't do that. No, take care of these goddamn kids we got running around here with this $1.4 trillion that we spend in the United States. I'm not talking globally. I'm talking about right here, right now. Me and Miss Charlotte been on this app for over a couple years telling you guys, get your weight up, take care of your family, take care of these kids. And this is how you do it. Miss Charlotte once a week gives a free comprehensive wealth seminar class every Thursday. All you got to do is pull up, have Zoom loaded on your phone, and ask questions or sit back and listen. This TikTok app, pennies. Pennies don't pay bills. Some of the TikTok creators are making a bag, but most of you guys are using this for entertainment. There's people out here like Gen X, maybe you know her or not. Michelle Candles on here. Everybody like candles. Why we not rolling our black dollar into black businesses to help them? If I ask everybody in this live, how many candles you got at your house? You probably got at least 2 or 3. My next question is, did you buy them from Michelle Candles? Probably not. Why not? It's a black-owned business. Do you know that the oils or the scents she put in is higher level than anyone you could buy? And I don't mean higher level, I mean like the amount. When you light the candle, it comes up with a fragrance, stuff like that. Her fragrance will last longer, smell better in your residence, in your home, in your office, but you don't buy from people like that. We don't highlight black business, Mommy Money, on this app does taxes. This is tax season. She she the real deal. But y'all go around and pay somebody like that instead of pay somebody like that to do your taxes. But yeah, we'll go up in a room and we'll fuss and cuss about name calling. I did this on purpose. So I understand this contention. I was pissed off, but I'm more pissed off about the state of my people than the dispositions that we have with a little of this and a little of that, and you did me this way, you did me that way. That's the shock value. Brought all y'all in here. Didn't y'all come from everywhere? Report my other page. Yeah, y'all rolled there. Look, y'all ready to rumble. This an app. Be more serious about your fucking life than this goddamn app. It's an app. Hell, even Congress talking about removing it. What you gonna do then? What you gonna go get for your entertainment? Is your weight gonna get up? Is your bag gonna be better? Is your children gonna be situated? Is your husband gonna be better? Is your boo gonna be better? I mean, do you have a life plan? Have you done some shit while you on this app? Because this app have that information in it too. If you go to the little search button and you search for financial literacy, if you search for wealth, if you search for things on here, the one thing about TikTok is really deregulated. That's why Congress doesn't want it, because they don't have no control over the information. TikTok has this thing when you first log on called STEM, STEM. How many of you guys ever click on that section and find out what's in there and what these people on this STEM part are talking about? Probably never. You swipe right up, go to followings, or see what's on there. Find you something to entertain your mind. Instead of helping your pocket, helping your life, helping you be a better you for you and your family. But all we got to do is create a controversy, put up a sensational title, drop a few names of people that are real people on the app, make a comparison. Look at your following, look at my following. You did this, you did. That's all you got to do. Create controversy. As they say, controversy sells. You just saw it. Whole page got banned. I'm getting it back. Right? Everybody that was up here in live that I let up was getting reported. Those that were for and those that were against. It didn't matter because there are people on every side. So the reason I dropped the lady down, Kay, I respect Kay. Kay had a good live. She did a great thing today. She don't need her page banned. She need to be able to go live tomorrow. Matter of fact, I don't know if she told y'all, but we holler about this cash. I cashed out her twice. Because to me, her lives was great. Look, we got to support. Support is a verb. So I took my money that was in my pocket, dropped it in the Cash App, and sent it to her because she was having a good life. She was worth paying for it. How many people help her meet her live goal? Everybody up here in defense, but how many people help her meet her live goal? I can't ask her now because she's not up here, but who helped her? Who was like, hey, sis, I got you. Here $5, here $2, here $1. She had like a whole bunch of people in there. If everybody would have sent her $2 or $1, she would have left with a bag. She could have paid something for her kids or her man. I don't know her situation, but if she got one, she could have bought them dinner or lunch or something like that. Support is a verb. It's not bumping your mouth, saying what you like, what you don't like, what you wish wouldn't happen. Take that backdrop down. Shit, send me a Cash App and I'll drop it. So you want me to work for free. You want them to work for free. You don't want to support them. You don't want to give good content creators a thing. My mission here is moderators. We are to moderate, not control. Unless the host steps away, has to take a call, or give you the power to do so. But the goal is to run it as if they would. If not, you need to do like me right now, bust your live open and run it how you want to. The problem that I have is in the lives that I was dropped out and in the lives that I was banned from, I fucks with these people. Not only with my words, but with my money. Not because I want something out of deservancy, but because I appreciate what they do in this space. Support is a verb. All you moderators out here, how many times you hit the cash app for your host? How many times you bought them lunch or a sandwich or something? Support is a verb. So I went live to bring the people in, and as you see, they run off. Why? Because there's no controversy anymore. I mean, perhaps it's still controversial on what I said, but the live went from 600 to 300 to 200 to 79, 80. Tap the screen, please. Support is a verb. Let me see. Who is this in the box? Just call me DJ. What's up, DJ? Let me see what you want.
Hey, what up, Edwin?
What's going on, man?
Hey, bro, why you still got the background up if it's supposed to be squash? If you've established that it was disrespectful in the first place, why you still got it up? Why don't you take it down? They're not in here.
And that can happen, sir. I was just talking.
I
Again,
understand that, but could you take it
oh
down?
wait, let me let me let
Because
me let me
it's
let me say
extremely
this. Let me say
disrespectful for you
this.
to have it
Let
up.
me ask you a question. I'm just gonna ask you a question. I let you up in the box, just I
Yeah,
fuck with you.
what's your
So I'm
question?
gonna ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Why is this background absolutely triggering to the degree that it is? Tell me.
Because the background
I'm
is
asking.
disrespectful because it's a woman and you called her out of her name multiple times. And when they came in here to talk to you about it, you acted like you didn't do it. Cowardly.
No. What
Cowardly.
I want, no, this is
Cowardly.
what I wanted to do. No, no.
What you wanted to
Here's the
do was
thing.
be a coward and come at the
No.
women instead of
Hold
coming at
on.
some men.
No,
You called
dude.
a woman out her
First
name.
off, wait. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Do you know me? Go on, unmute. Because I want to ask you. Don't mute him. Unmute. Do you know me? Unmute, Josh. You're on mute. Just?
Nah, I don't know you. I don't need to know you.
Okay.
But I do know that you was
All right.
disrespectful.
Okay,
And
wait, 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 wait. So if you don't know me,
I know you
you're judging
disrespectful.
my action from what? From what view? From what lane? You just think because you think?
Answer the question. Did you not call her a bitch over and over again?
I did.
All right. So since you did do that and you know that's disrespectful to do, why do you still have the background up? It's plain and simple, bro. Take the background down and continue your life. Just some old
Tell me
cowardly.
why.
Because you're a
Okay, I can
coward.
respect that.
You're a
Now
coward.
you're insulting me. So you're insulting me?
Yep. Now make a background about me. Call
Nah,
me out.
I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Good job. You're welcome. Okay. This what we're gonna do. This what we're gonna do. See, like I say, you can trigger people really quickly. The lesson is if you use your mouth and you use an image, you can trigger people. People are so simple that they can be triggered. I said I was upset by what happened. That's what I said. I was disappointed. I was. Because I felt like it's an abuse of power. But what you can't do is tell me, what's up, Myron? Hold on. Go ahead, Myron.
Good evening, sir. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Myron? Go ahead, brother.
I don't have much to say. I don't even know what's going on, but um, I'm happy to see that you're live. Just wanted to say hello to your elder, and keep your. If the background was highlighting something you wanted to expose, keep it up. Don't let nobody bring it down, because I do think this TikTok is bringing the worst out of us as people. Social media, um, systematic deprivation has made people come to uh, the internet and show their ass, more or less, and they don't have to
Mm-hmm.
do that if they just
This was
give
it.
us
This.
some work ethic and put it other places instead of come here and embarrassing us. So keep the background up.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a background that's gonna be up that's gonna really shock them in just a minute. I'm trying to find. I think I selected the wrong one. But at the end of the day, Myron, that's why I had to do. Do you know me? The reason I asked him if he know me, because if he knew me, he would know that that was a skit, right? It was a skit to prove to
Okay?
people how easy it is to get some people riled up and drive traffic to your page. All you got to do is talk about somebody, call somebody out their name, right? You know,
Right.
on Wednesdays I do Wealth Wednesday.
Yes,
I,
sir.
tell people about it. I told people what I was doing, or I mean, why I do what I do, but I also told them I did that to prove to you guys that moderators are out of control, and if you create enough drama, you can run the numbers, at least by people watching and
That's what it's
picking
about.
sides. I proved it. They
Yes, sir.
cannot say that I didn't just run up the numbers and everybody in here was screaming and hollering and everybody wanted to come up and trying to get in the box and everybody got an opinion. You wrong and you old and you shouldn't. I mean, all of it.
Or what I would say, sir, Edwin, keep exposing how simple-minded a lot of us are,
That's
and
exactly what I was trying to do.
keep exposing how simple-minded a lot of us are, and hopefully, not all, of course, not all, but many of them actually see and pull back from the stupid shit and go get make their money the hard-earned way if they didn't wasn't able to do it before, and teach them they have to go back to do it now.
Exactly. Effort into, I can't read that down. Okay.
Effort is the word.
Into doing, yeah.
A lot of us,
But
too many of us
like I
want
told them, they're like, well, why did you wait? Why did you wait hours and then you want to come back out this? I gave them the correct answer. I was working, making some real money. As a matter of fact, my partner came up in the live to confirm it for you. So yeah, I was on live earlier, but when I got offline, guess what I did? I went back on my grind and got my hustle on. While everybody else was still bumping around, doing nothing. Somebody
I
is
would
coming in.
and I think also what a lot of people need to understand that a few will they use many for a hook and bait. The vast majority, this is the same thing they did. Um, they do with hair, same thing they do with makeup, same thing they did with sports, same thing they do with everything for us. We got to stop trying to think we can make the easy way to making money. We got to go back to the really grassroots. You better learn a trade. You better learn something to make yourself actually valuable to the system. And don't think that anybody can come online and just talk and consider themselves actual content creators. because they're not making content. They're sitting online just talking shit. That's not content. It's trash.
Hey,
It
what
is
man?
trash.
This and gotta. Can y'all
Yeah,
hear me?
it's trash.
It's
Can y'all hear
trash.
me?
Yeah,
Hey, can y'all hear me?
it's trash. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay. I'm trying to see what your name, Myron.
Yes.
It seemed like you coming into the live, kind of saying, well, he need to put the picture back up there, man, and you not realizing what really went down. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. But who are you?
So in
Who
other
are we to
words, you
tell
need
a
to
man
shut your
not to put a
goddamn
picture
mouth
up?
up, man, because you don't know what the fuck
Who are
you
we to
talking about.
tell a
Just
man
shut your
not to put a
goddamn mouth
picture?
up.
What are you going to do if I don't? Nothing. So shut your fucking mouth up. What are you
You
going
don't
to
even know
do?
what the fuck you
What
talking
can
about.
you do? What can you do if I don't shut my mouth? You can do nothing. You have no power.
I
You're
said what
just
I
up
need to
here
say.
talking.
I said what I
So
need to say. Shut your
that's
goddamn
the
mouth
real
up. You don't know
thing.
what you're talking
You
about.
have no power to make me shut my mouth up. So you're a goofy. You're just a goofy. Period. All of you are goofies. How can you make anybody do anything when you have no power? You don't own a platform. You don't own anything. You're a goofy. And you're goofy enough to try to tell somebody else to be quiet when you have no power. You know how silly you look? Really. Black people need to wake up. You know how silly you fucking look? You have no power. Go about getting some business so we can get power. But this,
It's about the
but
Benjamins.
you think you can exude some power online on an app you don't own, on an app that might not be here next year? It's silly to me. Look at yourselves.
They're invested in something that they don't own, have absolutely no control over, and
Because they're desperate. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. And I understand they want to have credit somewhere. But they don't want to get it the hard way. They want it the easy way. They're goofy with no power.
again, like I said, this was an exercise to prove how easy it is to be sensational on this app, which is not what I come here to do. But all I have to do is take something that I have an issue with it, put together a backdrop that highlights it, put some sensational things up there, and then I can move the needle, right? I moved
That's
the
it.
needle big enough to where everyone wanted to get my page blocked, right? They succeeded. Now it's coming back. It's not a, long term. No, most of the time when you get your page blocked, like, when I went off on the thing, 7 days, whatever else. I haven't even checked. It's probably back up. But I came back over here on my other account. I have multiples like everybody else. Why? Because I understand how goofy people are. They think that they can control a thing, and what they need to be controlling is the real backdrop that I put up there, them damn Benjamins, right? How you doing that? What does your life look like for that? How many of them are you pulling down for you and yours and your children?
Put the
Is it
other
enough?
backdrop back up there. Put the other
If it's
backdrop.
not
What can
enough,
they do? What can
I
they
mean,
do? I mean, what can they do? They don't
I've,
have no
I've,
power.
exactly.
Their
But
power is report, report, report. They think that is power. Okay, let them stay delusional as long as they want.
mm-hmm, exactly. So again, all
They
I'm saying is I understand. I've been doing this long enough to where I understand how to drive the numbers. If I was here just trying to get the Benjamins, I'd leave the backdraft up. I wouldn't care what you say. Cause you ain't pay like I tell you to cash at me if you want to change it. Like I told him, you ain't send me no money. You made a request. For what? You ain't supported my content or my purpose yet today. You ain't did nothing useful to help me and mine survive well, but yet you want me to listen to you. What the hell kind of sense does that make?
have no power, and
Right.
that's what they're hurt. The key word power. They have none of it. But
So
they could try to
people,
assassinate and use these fake cats who come up who they're in bed with to try to make some little chump change money to play like they have power.
I'm not saying you can't make a lot of money on TikTok, because I know a few folks that's doing it,
You
right?
may.
Personally.
You may.
But at the same time, that's what they decide to do. That ain't what I'm doing. That ain't what I advise you to do, because what happens when Congress and the Senate says, okay, yep, we selling it.
And I
Most
hope
people aren't
it's
following.
and
Mark
I hope they
O'Leary,
do.
the guy off Shark Tank, says that he's gonna try to buy it and bring the servers to the United States. What does that mean? Even if he buys it, he got to go get the servers from China. They have to
Hmm.
be shipped over here. They got to be installed. They have to be turned on, be tested before you can get your page back and continue to do what you're going to do. How long is that going to take? No one knows right now, right?
Right.
So if
They
you're
don't.
hanging your sociable life and your wherewithal, I mean, yeah, I like to make a few coins here and there. I ask people to give me gifts. Why? Because the little money allows me to, I can buy my son a hamburger every now and again. You know? So sure, y'all help me buy my son a hamburger. I'm cool with that. I can do that. I ain't trying to, I bought a tire one time with the money I had on this. But I mean, like, it ain't paying no bills around here in this two-story that I live in by myself,
Exactly.
right?
Yes, sir.
It ain't putting no gas in the vehicles that I drive around. It ain't helping me. So anybody's opinion is just that.
Yeah, and look, you have
Because as they say, you're not helping me with the three F's. You're not feeding me, you're not financing me, and you dang sure ain't doing the third.
my thing is
So
why
what
is
relevance do you have?
they have no relevance. And what's funniest to me, they want you to cash app them for content. What is the content? What are we getting in value in return for a cash app or for to donate or whatever to these channels that beg for this? What are we getting in return? When people really think about that, think about what are you actually getting in return? Something to kill your time? Something to make you laugh? Something to make you mad? Is it anything of tangible value? No. No, it's not. You're goofies. And sometimes we like entertainment. And if we willing to pay for if you willing to pay for entertainment, great. But don't act like we're actually content creators from coming up here and talking shit. Just talking shit and making skits, doing dumb shit. La 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 la. Yeah, this is what we
Yeah,
choose. This is what we choose
yeah.
to we think this is
Like,
power. We think this is power.
exactly. It, I don't know what they think. I mean, I don't even know why they think that, because it doesn't make sense. I mean, this is a social media. It is
Well,
designed to be social. Are
yeah.
we in
Well,
our melanated community being social? No. We dragging each other under the bus,
that's
putting
social
in
to them.
reverse and running over, and you're calling it social. That shit ain't social. They ain't got no
But that is
sociability
social
to
to
it.
them. And Elder Edwin, that is social to them because that's how they talk in their private lives. This is how they deal in their private lives, and they just bring it here on social media to show how dysfunctional they are in their private life. Just to show, but they come here to show it to the world.
And these are the events
That's
that stir
insanity.
controversy. When
That
somebody get pissed off
that's
on a live,
insanity.
right? Like I had contention, right? But I'm not angry about it, right? I'm not pissed off about it. I just made it so, just to see. It was a test for me. Because I've been in these streets for this past 2 weeks, everybody into it about something. And then you got all the bandwaggers, all the bone carriers, all the people that say, I was on, like, I'm sure I'm going to hear tomorrow, Edwin, you had a lie and you was calling a woman out her name. I have to own it and say, yeah, I was. I didn't mean it. It was a skit. I just did it as a test to prove to people how you can stir controversy. Because see, the events, that occurred were real. I did get dropped, right? I was answering questions that was posed to me, right? I wasn't
Question.
just talking about something out the way just because I wanted to center and inject myself to my memory that serves me. In the
Question.
other one,
Question,
yeah,
Edwin. Did she call you out your name or disrespect you in any particular way?
no,
No, she didn't. Well, I'm gonna
no.
say, Elder, you might have been wrong for that.
Okay. What
Keeping
I'm
it
saying
impartial,
is,
keeping
this
it
is what I'm
real
saying.
with you.
No, you're right. Here's the thing. I the live that I did on my secondary account, right? When I went live as a skit with the drama, with the background, with everything else, just like they do on TikTok every day, right? It's happening every single day.
Yes.
I see it. I mod for it. I see it. I have the ability. If they want to talk about run numbers, I've been around this thing for over 3 years. I didn't seen it all. All these newcomers to TikTok that has been here, like people kept saying, "Why you not at 10,000?" Because I'm not trying to drive it. And then I thought, shit, let me try. So this year, I said I'm gonna get one of my accounts over 10, so I can get in the creator fund because TikTok pays creators out of this slush fund. You know, when you buy coins, TikTok takes half, so there's a whole bunch of money. Well, TikTok pays the content creators for likes. So if you're getting heavy flow traffic on your content, your page or your profile, you're putting out stuff and people are liking it, you can go to the video you put out, you hit the three little dots, you hit analytics. If you hit analytics, if there's not a red thing that says it wasn't allowed to go into the feed, if you run likes up in that video, TikTok will pay you. Like literally, they will add money to your account because you are putting out content, right? They
Yes,
don't
sir.
like reposts. They don't like unauthentic stuff, right?
Right.
But on that live, where I had them numbers driving up and the likes was going out the roof, that page is in the content creators fund, right? Just by hosting that live, making it contentious, having all those people drop in on it, tap the screen, do all the things that people are asked to do on their TikTok will pay. But see, a lot of people don't really understand all the mechanics. I don't understand everything, but I know some things and how TikTok will reward you for being a participatory because TikTok is a for-profit business, right? And if you're
Right.
doing something to help drive profit to my company, right? As long as you don't use what we call sensitive words and things, they won't ban you. If your content is banned or your music is not authentic or your then TikTok's not going to pay you. But if you put up something original and you get likes, they call it clickbait, they will do it. They will also offer you to be um, sponsors of products out of the shop. You can add them to your store and do all this other thing. These are the things that I'm talking about making these Benjamins, right? A lot of people on here, but they don't know how to make money with the app because they haven't slowed down being a fan to actually go. TikTok has videos that teach you do this, do that. This is how you grow. This is how you get paid. They got all of this course curriculum at your fingertips when you hit that little search button up there. That if you would spend the same amount of time trolling TikTok, getting people's fan page, reporting people, doing all this with all these keystrokes and sit your ass down somewhere and learn how to get you some Benjamins, you might be better served on TikTok by doing that.
Okay.
So the thing is, people don't know this, so they
Right.
do what everybody else do. Oh, well, we don't like if a person says this about somebody else, like me. If a man calls somebody out his name, y'all come in here in droves, mass report him, get him gone, right? Don't no
Right.
content be like, hey, look, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna host a live, I'm gonna tell you how to get a bag on TikTok. I'm gonna tell you how to make $100 a week. $500 a week, dropping videos, doing commentaries, doing comments, giving out information, doing certain different things on TikTok and how you do that, right? We don't have that discussion in our community.
Can you put
but there's a whole bunch of people on here.
Why is your numbers dropping down significantly now? You started out at 91 because of the initial backdrop was drawing people?
Exactly. The backdrop. When people are swiping up, they saw the backdrop. They read basic bitch. And they're like, what the fuck is that? Then they see two people, right? And then they see some numbers. And they're like, and this dude going off on people. Like, he's like calling people out their name. He doing this, he doing that. Run the numbers up, right? Because some of these content creators know how to make money on here.
Yes.
Whether they're making money from you or from TikTok. Their purpose is to get a bag for them and theirs. They're not really looking at it as a social scene of kumbaya. They're trying to run the numbers. Run the numbers.
Exactly.
And I can't be mad at them.
Exactly.
But see, you got these other hardworking Americans that have jobs that are nurses and doctors and police officers and cooks and chefs and all this other stuff running around here, right? They don't know how to do it, but they enjoy it. Why? Because sensation sells, sex sells. Like the women on TikTok that are always half dressed or got their boobs out. You can see their cleavage and stuff. I mean, like, hell, it sells.
Let me share this live because you're dropping game.
Yeah, it's okay. I came and did my exercise.
I'm the type that says I am on the live respectfully. It's just natural that you share because you have me on the panel. So
yeah. So I ask people when they come up, tap the screen.
That's good live etiquette.
So, yeah. So this, again, to all the people that were here, the people that are recording, let me say this to Uncle Tech. Anybody on TikTok that I offended, I wasn't intentionally trying to offend you personally. I was doing a skit and an exercise to prove to people how you can run sensation because the events that happened were real small. They're minuscule in scale of, it didn't affect my life. Hell, I got off, went and made some money with my partners and my team, did everything else. And now, it's in the wee hours of Texas, right? And so if I wanted to be a TikTok sensation,
yes, sir,
I could do it because I know how to do it. I help people on this app.
Yes, sir,
I can do it.
Somebody recording or what? What's the lag?
Yeah, probably. Welcome in the building, Justice. Welcome to the building, Shermanator. What's going on? How y'all doing?
What's happening, brother?
Doing?
How y'all? I missed most of everything. I'm always late to the party, but I understand there was some friction. I'm gonna advocate peace. So, but I like to hear all things from all sides before I make any before I have any what's the word for it? Any prejudgment or anything like that. Okay, you got guns up there?
That's what I did, Sherman. I put guns. I put supremely petty up there. One, because I had a run in with them. Both people pretty much dropped me. Both people are moderators on TikTok, right?
Okay.
And so this is Wealth Wednesday, right? I do Wealth Wednesday. I don't do it consistent like I should. But at the same time, the information that I put out about getting the bag and how you get it, right? The test today, because TikTok, the streets have been so damn contentious with everything else. I wanted to prove to people that I could do a skit. I could put up pictures. I could put a background up. I could put numbers up. I could do all this other stuff. And I could make it contentious. You're here because you heard about it, right?
He had twice as many people.
Well, I got invited to this to this live, actually.
Okay.
And
Saying
I
a
just
lot of
seen
people
the
got
invite a
live.
minute
Before
ago.
you came here, Sherman, man, there was what 600 people on my other page before it got banned because people started reporting it. Right. When I opened this up, I think it got up to about 400 people. Right. Everybody was like, "Take the backdraft down. Why you got this up? This, that, and the other. You know, you this, you that, you this, you that." Right. But the numbers were in the building.
Right,
All
right.
I had to do was convert it into here's my cash app me. Tap the screen. I could have ran it up and ran off with a bag on TikTok tonight with this one thing.
Right,
That's
right,
how
right.
stupid these people, I mean, not people are, but contentious our black people are.
All right,
This is what's happening on TikTok.
what's so bad about it though? Because you just put the
well,
basic
well,
B up top or what?
hold up. I think the way that you're wording things are wrong, and I see where you're going with this, and you're right about the effect of how drama pulls people in, and we fall for it every time. I get that.
Put black people in
Um,
front of that. Yeah.
I feel like this was possibly in poor taste because of the words at the top of the screen, and then the fact that you used two people that are known on this platform. They became somewhat, if you will, casualties of circumstance, or I can't say innocent bystanders, but casualties of circumstance, or I don't know, man, but I feel like
But
maybe
it happens every day. I
it
mean,
does.
Sherman, like
It
every
does.
day. Like I was in a live where they had Slim and Diamond up because they were beefing. I was in a live where they had Hulk and AP up. I was in a live where AP and Kevin, the K of the Commie. I mean, like TikTok streets been blowing like all this contention. Then everybody they call it doxing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Giving people's addresses and doing all this other stuff. Look, I got a whole bag. I got a whole bunch of things. I ain't worried about nobody for me because I'm not doing shit personally, right? That
Right.
I can be quote unquote ashamed of. And if people say anything about
Well, check
truth
this
or
out,
non-truth, it ain't gonna it
Edward.
ain't gonna it ain't gonna rock my boat. Do you
You my
understand?
brother. That brother,
Yes.
the picture of that brother you got on the screen, that's my brother. You my brother. I don't know the young lady. I don't know the gentleman beneath me, but I do know this. I've interacted with you guys on several occasions, and I feel like unnecessary beef or strife is is unacceptable. It's not necessary. Why do that? There's got to be a better way that you can get this message across without
What message?
pinpointing or targeting or somebody or there's got to be a more casual or subtle approach to this message.
Not
You
on
know,
TikTok.
And
Not on
I mean,
TikTok.
here's the deal, Sherman. I could, right?
Mm-mm. Not on
I
TikTok.
could post.
I've been
I
watching.
could.
I will
I've been
say this.
studying
I
now,
will say
watching
this.
TikTok for a year.
I hope the two of you have talked about this, or the three of you have talked about this.
Three being who?
Three of
The
us.
young lady, the young man, the picture of the young lady, and the picture of the young man.
Oh,
No,
Those people.
I did. Let me tell you this, Sherman. Let me tell you this. The issue that I have is simply this, right? I moderate off and on this for a lot of different people, right? My big issue right now in the TikTok streets is I don't think the moderators are doing a good job to keep civility in the space, right? They're driving contention, right?
I will agree to that. I will agree to that.
The
Everybody don't need to be a
moderator's
moderator.
job is to do that, right? Now, the host job is to run hers or his show, whatever they're doing. Daily, weekly, once a week, it doesn't really matter, right? The moderator's job is not to center themselves, but to keep civility in the space so that the host is not overrun by the commenters on the panel or the people in the comment section, right? To keep it flowing, to rotate people in and out of the box, to give people a chance to speak their piece. A lot of people do that. and a lot of people don't. My big issue right now was to prove to people that you can drive controversy with controversy. Now, I drove controversy because the two people that I had in the background, neither one of them have over 5,000 followers, right?
Okay.
That's not a good or a bad thing, right? But in as far as the people that follow them, it's not like some of these content creators that's got 50, 60, 70,000, 100,000, 600,000 followers that are following them around, that are in these spaces and places doing the thing that I just did, making contention.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is, if I can create a controversy with people that don't really have a large following, that's no knock on them. It's not a hit or a dent against them. It's to prove that I can put a picture up with somebody that ain't got a whole bunch of people and somebody else that ain't got a whole bunch of people. And I can still make a whole bunch of run numbers and everything else with them. Think if I had to put a content creator up that got like 100,000 followers.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. The point I was making, did you discuss this with them prior to that?
No, I don't run it by. No, let me tell you what I did. Let me tell you what I did. I don't know them like that. I don't have, okay, let me say this. Today, I went live, right? On a couple of panels up here, there, and everywhere else. In 2 panels today, and I've been around TikTok, is what I do in between phone calls, working on the computer, stuff like that. Sometimes I don't have to be on the phone. I could be on TikTok, right? While I'm working. This happened to me. I got dropped what I thought was not appropriate. That was just an opinion. Like if I was the moderator, I wouldn't have dropped me. Why? Because I was up there, I said what I had to say, I dropped out. When I dropped out, 2 people said, wait, I want to ask Edwin a question, right? The box was full, I put the request in, right? When I got back up in the box, the first person asked me a question, made a statement. I was answering their question, and then I was going to pivot to the next person that was also talking to me that asked me a question. First off, I was out the box. You let me back up in the box to answer a question for 2 people. I answered one. The moderator said I was talking over people.
Mm-hmm.
And then they dropped me. And I said, why the hell did y'all drop me? I mean, if you're going to bring me up to answer a question from 2 people that was on the panel, you let me answer one question. When I went to answer the other question, I'm talking too much.
Now, Edwin,
and I got dropped.
Now,
I didn't really appreciate that.
Edwin, we know oftentimes you get dropped. Oftentimes people get dropped for not speaking or saying anything. It's what they're speaking and what they're saying. So we understand on particular platforms that you'll get dropped for your particular view or perspective or what you have to say. And that's their way of censoring you. It's not that who you was talking to or what or whatever. It's what you were saying to the person you was talking to, who or what.
And that's how I felt, because that is the same thing that I'm saying, Myra.
Well,
I've been around here.
Saying you got to read the room. You got to read the room, and your.
But wait, Sherman, hold on. Wait. Well, no, wait, hold on, Sherman. Hold on, time out, Sherman. Time out. It's not like I don't know the hosts. I mean, like, I don't know them personally outside the app or anything else, but I've been in and around their space, in their place while they are, hosting their live. Both of them, to me, are level-headed content creators or hosts, right? They have their opinion about certain things, and sometimes they sit back. Like today on Cage Live, when it was going on, she was like this. Mm-hmm. She was just sitting back, right? Letting the panel talk and go on. I mean, sometimes some hosts just be like sitting back, right? So all I'm saying, In the other case, with the other gentleman on another panel, I don't know if you were there. I was complimenting Charlie. You know, that's my partner. I ain't trying to get at her like that, but I try to
Right, right.
compliment, black women as often as I can because I want them to feel good about themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a witness of that.
And
Yeah, for sure.
I play this game about rent a husband, rent a wife. You've been around.
Yeah, I've
It's
heard
not
that
serious,
conversation.
right?
Yeah.
It's an idea. It's not serious. I wouldn't advise anybody to do this because that's stupid to me personally. But when it's a dry spot, let's talk about it. Would you do something like that?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy
Okay.
got mad and was just like, "Look, I don't want to talk about this. I'm not doing this." Okay, look, I
Right,
heard
right,
you. Right?
right.
I heard
I
you.
don't want y'all to
I'm
beef, man.
grown.
I don't want y'all to beef. I think both of
So
y'all
let me
good
just say
brothers.
this. Let me just say this, Sherman. I have no beef with the host or with guns. Right? I have a problem with my page being blocked and dropped out of the box. I have an issue with that.
Yeah.
So if you want to solve the issue between us, restore my page. I've been rocking with the host for at least a year.
Okay.
Now, how the co-host doesn't know that about me,
So you feel some kind of way personally about this. You feel this is
I feel like it was wrong. I feel, again,
you
the reason
you
that I
feel
went live is
offended
I
or
feel like
something?
moderators are abusing their power
He's
Right.
right.
because the
And they always
moderator
have.
did that,
And they always have. And they try to, the
right?
moderators
Yeah,
that
they
try to
do. They
control,
do. They do.
moderators oftentimes try to control who speak and who don't speak. They mute people that even the content creator, um, but they mute people and silence people outside of the content creator's control or knowing. And they've been doing this
Hmm.
forever. This is something
Yeah,
that's been
I
going on
can't argue
forever.
with none of that because I've been a
Hmm.
victim of that.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
all I'm saying. Both of these people are moderators,
Hmm.
right? And I believe they abused their power, and I was the person abused with the power that they had on this application.
I feel
So
you.
that's what started this whole thing. So I did the collage, did the thing, because I know how to do this shit, right? Like everybody else. And I was
Hmm.
like, I sent it to someone that was in the live, one of them, and was
I tell you
following
what,
me
brother,
around in the other live. And I was like, I'm
you
gonna do this.
you went you
This gonna
gave it
set
way
TikTok
more
ablaze
energy than I
tonight.
would have.
Right? I told him, I said, watch, this gonna set TikTok ablaze.
Hmm.
Everybody gonna come running. And then when I start calling people by the title, Basic Bitch, which is what was up there, it's gonna blow the roof off of TikTok.
Yeah, yeah,
And
Right?
pretty much.
I think it needs to be addressed, Edwin, because let me tell you something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I was in a room, and this was a particular lady. Her lives I visit all the time, and I'm very selective about where I go and who I visit. And baby, she had this man in there one night, and baby, he pulled my card to make me say some things to him. This lady shut her whole life down.
Are
I'm
you
not
doing live?
proud
I ain't
of it.
seen you in a minute.
Oh no, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, Sherman. But let me tell you, I talked about his mammy because he want to play with me. Because this is the thing. I'm a woman all day long, and especially if I didn't come at you that way, and I feel like this here, I'm a southern woman, and I'm gonna conduct myself as such because I don't feel like I'm on a man's level. Again, I'm a southern woman. And Edwin knows me. He knows I'm not that kind of person. But this is the thing. When you want to play with me, then guess what? All games are off. And then I'm gonna start talking about your mammy. I don't care if she dead or where the hell she at. Cause what you're not gonna do is play with me. But when the host sets up there or the creator sets up there and allows that shit to go on, then it's a problem. I'm not mad with them. The only thing is when you visited several times and that's not the atmosphere, and then when you get sidelined or sidetracked and they allow that to go on for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on in their mind, especially if they're a woman or a man or whoever they are. They could be a purple people eater. I mean, I understand, you want to push the envelope a little bit. Again, I'm a mass communication journalism major. So I get it. Trust me, I get it. But when it goes to just total disrespect and disregard, then guess what? I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I don't care. Especially if I give the host and the moderators or whoever a time frame to handle it. And then if I see ain't nobody coming to my rescue, then guess what? I'm gonna come to my goddamn rescue. How about that?
I mean, I can dig it, but I mean, I guess I just operate differently because when I'm in that type of situation, and yes, I have been, I'm looking at it from an aspect, you are not worth my mental anguish. You're not worth my time. This is
Hmm.
beneath me. I'm out of here. I'm not
And
fucking with
hold
you.
on, that's what I did.
I'm
That
not
and that's
fucking
why
with
you
you,
haven't
period.
seen me. Oh, let me tell you what I did that
Thank you,
particular
Myra,
night.
for
When
coming
I
through.
saw that I was not gonna get any retribution, I dropped down because I'm like, I'm just operating outside of who Cassandra is. And I'm 54 years old. I just made 54 in February. And I say, I'm on a whole goddamn acting a donkey.
Yeah,
And
it's an app.
hold on, I blocked that creator. And I'm gonna tell
Hmm.
you what I did. I stayed off of TikTok for a couple of months. And that's what I did. Cause it's like, this is crazy. I don't
Yeah,
know these goddamn people. And I get you,
exactly.
Sherman. 100% I get you. And you're
Exactly.
100% right. But when you in the midst of the moment, I talked about that man, Mammy.
Yeah, you get worked up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got worked
And that's
up.
what
yeah,
I
you get
did.
worked
And I'm
up.
gonna tell you,
In like life,
and I'm
when
not
I went on
proud
my
of.
when I went live on my other page, I did exactly what you did, right? I took
Yeah.
something that really wasn't an issue, and I
Mhm.
did like everybody else. I made it an issue. I had
Mm.
to decide how to. I mean, I thought about it. Matter of fact, me and my business partner, we talked about it. I was like, watch, I guarantee you, a whole bunch of people gonna be pissed off. There's gonna be a whole bunch of people like, cause there's a whole bunch of people. Like my following is an organic following. Like my thing on TikTok is I'm gonna help you and yours, right? Get your bag and get your weight up. I've put people in houses. I've helped people with their financial structure. I've helped people with their wealth plan. I mean, pro bono for free. Drop game, dime. This where you go. This how you get it. This what you do. You need some money. You broke. You having a problem. The math ain't mathing for you and your life right now. For you and your family. Let's talk about it. Hear my number. Call me off the app. Let me tell
Right.
you what I know, and let me see if this will help you.
Well, Edwin, I hope you rest easy tonight, brother. I don't want you to get too worked up about it, because at the end of the
Mhm.
day, and I really get where you're coming from. It's that easy to manipulate a system like this, but I don't want it to be a personal thing. And I feel like you took this
It's not
personal.
personal.
Yeah.
No, the thing that I took personal is all the bullshit that's going on this
Mm.
app
Oh, it's
with
rampant.
black people.
Mhm.
That's personal. Cause I'm like, we need to stop this shit. And ain't
Mhm.
nobody standing up, right?
Ain't
They just
nobody
letting it
standing
go.
up. And especially when you're dealing with people of our age group, right? You're dealing with people in their middle, late 40s, 50s, middle, late 50s. That's some bullshit. You gonna
Back in
set
the
your
ass.
ragged ass up there and not say nothing and let it just go on, really?
I ain't got time. I'm not gonna waste. I'm not gonna disturb my peace.
Mm-mm.
I'm not gonna disturb my peace. I'm doing a lot just being here talking about this right now because I care about y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't
Mm-hmm.
like to
Exactly.
see nobody feeling no kind of way about no words, no ill thought words or whatever, or
Mm.
any feelings,
But Sherman, and I think I know. In fact, not I think I know you and I are of the same age range.
Oh yeah.
When we enter a space, right? And I understand nothing is going to be perfect, but at the end of the day, if you've gone into a space and you felt comfortable, and just like me, it takes a lot for me to feel comfortable because I'm a lone wolf type of person, right? And I understand nothing is perfect because, again, we're older people. We understand nothing is going to be perfect. But if you've seen decorum and you know what decorum looks like, and just a minuscule of decorum, I just don't believe anything go because guess what? And I understand this is social media. And this is a good conversation, but at the end of the day, if that's what a person, and let's take it another step further. If that's what a person is promoting, then goddamn do your job.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Do your goddamn job.
Yeah, that's why I always say I don't want to be nobody's damn moderator because I don't want nobody saying, "Oh, you dropped them for this or that," and then nah, I'm
Hey,
cool
what
with all
happened to Cynthia? Come back, Cynthia. I'm
I'm not
sorry.
sure. Not
I
sure
stepped
yet.
away.
Yeah, she
Is
came
she
up
still
and
in
she
here?
dropped back down. But no, I mean, yeah, I get all that, and and this is a very valid live. This is a very valid live, because moderators do have to be held with some accountability for how this here app is ran, and you can't have a moderator that's having or getting in their feelings about something. They have to be held to a higher standard. It's almost like
I
and I
mean, hold
hate
on, time out, Sherman. Let me introduce
go ahead.
Cynthia.
Go ahead.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Cynthia,
take
welcome in the
pause.
building. I mean, I
Um,
moderate for her. She has told me, Edwin, you're going too far. You're doing too much. I don't like this. I'll give you this power, but I don't want this. I mean, we have had discussions about how she wants her platform to be moderated, right? And if she feels like I'm human, if I'm overstepping what she wants in her place and her space, we have a conversation about it so I can correct my behavior to provide her the moderating services that she wants, right? And but the moderators think like, no, they keep up more damn contention because they'll go and they'll get all their friends and they'll do mass reportings and shutdowns and all this other stuff. Cynthia, what do you say about this topic? How are you? Welcome in the building.
Hi, Edwin and Life and Sherman. So Edwin, I had a live a few months ago, and it lasted 3 hours and 56 minutes. I know because I went back and looked, and within the last 10 minutes of that live, it was a cool live. Within the last 10 minutes of that live, someone came up and changed the entire atmosphere, and I think triggered one of my other guests, and it happened so quick. I did drop the live. I had to drop the entire live. Um, and I'm sure I lost one of my guests, but it bothered me ever since. I had no choice but to drop the entire live. And I hate that it happened because I don't like confusion. So if that person was here, I would extend my um, concern, and I have missed that person. So, but that's all I got.
Yeah, so again, the exercise I think was successful. I proved that you can stir contention on like it really. I didn't like what happened, but I mean it ain't a big deal. Hell, I get dropped out of boxes all the damn time, right? There's a content creator on here. It's a woman. I won't mention her name. I don't even know if she knows I'm blocked, but I can't even access her. People be sending me her lives
Hey, Miss
and be
Cynthia.
like, "Hey, look." this person is doing this, that, and the other. And I'll be like, look, I can't go over there and not in her place. I'm blocked. I don't even know. I mean, she's got enough people. Maybe she ain't even noticed, right? I
Hold,
didn't
hold,
ever really get in her space. I would just come up and listen to some of the things that she was saying.
hold up a sec, Edwin. I just wanted to address Miss Cynthia. Hey, Miss Cynthia, I just want to know I miss you and I love you and I've been looking for you. I've been looking for you. Don't think I'm just I ain't paying you no mind, but I've been looking for you.
You've been neglecting me, guy.
You got to start sending me
But
invites because I'll
but
be
that's
all over
cool.
the
That's
place.
cool. This is social
Yeah, I'll be
media.
all over the place. Yeah, I'll be all over the place. But I'm sorry, Edwin. I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother.
No, you're all right. I mean, at the end of the day, that's really how you doing, Miss Cheryl. Welcome in the building. What do you think, darling, about the conversation?
Hello, hello, everybody. Good evening.
Hey, Miss
Good
Cheryl.
evening, darling.
Well, I believe that having mods are a much needed thing. And if Cynthia, I feel like if your mods was working, that you shouldn't have had to end your live. I mean, because they have the capability of dropping the troublemaker out. And I
I
believe everybody should examine their mods before, giving them that opportunity because a lot of people have personal grudges and they do drop people out of the box just because they don't like them.
Hmm.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, Miss Cynthia. I was the person that I left your life because of that particular situation that you talked about. It might have been another situation. It was a gentleman up there just being doing the most, and I haven't been back. And I never blamed you for it directly. I just didn't. I was just uncomfortable, and you did end the live because it was just too much. Cause he was talking about me, and then I think I talked about his mammy, and then he
Mm.
talked about my mama, and then I doubled down on his mama. And that's not something I do. I'm too old for that. But I was not going to just sit there and let him disrespect me. And so, you know,
I
I don't,
get that.
it's nothing that you need to apologize for. But it was just so sad because you were my safe haven, and I never experienced that before, and it was very, it was not good, and it's not your fault. That's what one thing I want to say. But
But
yeah,
I understand why you needed to respond the way that you did. It was very harsh, and it happened so quick. And
yeah,
that quick
and
that it,
and I'm gonna tell you the
that quick
thing
that it
is
changed you. It made you have to say what you said.
right, and
You,
I'm gonna
I had
tell
to do
you
what I had to do in the moment. I
right,
knew that
but
I'm not
but
going
this
to
is
talk
what
over
I want
people, and
to
I'm going
say
to drop the
is
lie. You know.
right, but this is what I want to say from what I understood and what I understood. When I heard how people were responding to him, he had been responding in that red pill manner for a minute. And that's what really upset me. Like, how he up here this long responding that way. But I do know that you try to give everybody a fair shot to say what they say. But he was just doing too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened the way that it did, and I regret
No,
it,
you
but
don't need to be sorry. Don't even say it. And I never blamed you. I just had to dismiss myself because I'm like, I got my old ass up on TikTok getting upset,
note
about
to
to
me.
have a whole stroke messing with his raggedy ass.
Yeah, I'm sorry though.
No, 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 no need to be. It's not you. You're a very classy lady, and I respect you.
That's my whole point. Life is too short to let petty, non non freaking factor bullshit ruin your day. You know,
Exactly.
I mean, when you think about it, most of the people that you interact with, when it comes to your real life, your real everyday life, they are non friggin' factors. You know, and here you are all upset about somebody that you've never laid eyes on, probably never will, you know, and you only interact with them for a time and space on this here app in a particular live, and then you off to your regular world, they off to your regular world, and both of y'all upset for nothing. And that's what it usually be. It be nothing. And it blow up so fast. That's something I noticed about this. It could be something that was said wrong or perceived wrong or heard wrong. And it just blows up like dynamite. Boom. And everybody all in a tizzy. And I get what you saying, Edwin, that maybe we should work together and profit off of this. But hell, that's what they've been doing in Hollywood for since. You know, I'm a pipe down because
Exactly.
Miss Cheryl gonna talk about me talking about I'm doing a sermon and stuff. So I'm gonna pipe down.
So let me just say this. Thank you guys for coming in. Continue to tap the screen. If you want to become a member up there with my heart, you can do that. But at the end of the
Sherman,
day,
I
this
have
kid,
not said anything.
Look, sure. Look, Miss Edwin. I'm about to tell you, I'm gonna need your assistance because I'm about to buy some property in Maryland, and I need to make sure to get that property into a trust. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm gonna be dropping you a line, so make sure you respond.
I got you. You know how
Look,
to
I
reach
came
me.
in here for selfish reasons.
It's okay. It's
Thank
okay.
you.
This is what we should
Hmm.
do. We need to be resourcing with each other, right? In our community, we have talented people that know a whole lot. Like life is a beach. She's a whole she understands so much about financial wealth literacy. I mean, she hasn't perfected it, but she working with a whole many, I mean, more cars than most people. Why? Because she took the time to have a conversation for her and her baby and her family. These are the topics we need to be stirring around. If you want drama, you want contention, I just proved to you it's possible. I could run those numbers every day. All I got to do is every day go on TikTok, cause a problem to have a problem with somebody else, and then posterize them and go live about we have reached a point to where the app is no longer serving all of us. It's only serving a few, and then those that's not serving are pissed off that all the other people can make 5 bands. Like I heard somebody say today that a content creator had $5,000 on their Cash App. And why they do all that? Like it's possible. Who the hell don't
It's
want
very
five thousand
possible.
dollars on their Cash App? So why
Hmm.
is that a problem? Well, I don't like how she get it. Okay, you go to work every day, and that knucklehead boss supervisor you got that you can't stand to make that $600-700 you making. But a person can come on here and you not like them and they can make 5 bands. Make the math make sense. Life is for real, right?
Hey, Edwin,
And it is
the
not
only
a
the
beach.
only
The only one that gets life as a beach is life
the only
here in this
way
panel.
that can possibly work is if you and I had a prior conversation about how we gonna play this out, and you can be comfortable with me completely disrespecting you, and I got to be comfortable with you disrespecting me back just to make a spectacle or a topic of conversation. And we would have to discuss the financial arrangements prior to that because I need to get mine just like you getting yours. You know what I'm saying? Because if we got an agreement, we got an agreement. But is it healthy? Is it healthy for our society? Is it healthy? What rhetoric are we pushing here? I mean, come on.
You
We
right,
got we got
Mr.
to do something
Sherman, but
constructive with it.
you're right, Mr. Sherman, about that. And there are a lot of people on here that do that. They just do the most. But then they actually have people on here that have good content, like business content and different things. But they're consistent, and they might not be making 5 bands. I've seen people. that they're not on here with the drama. They make like 2 or 3
It don't know. It don't always
every
have to
pay
be
period.
drama. It could
No,
it could
not at
just be
all.
controversy.
Oh wow. I
You know,
just don't like the
controversial topics.
controversy.
Well, the controversial topics, the tough questions usually
Oh, the
bring out the
controversial
drama.
topics. I
Yeah, they
got
usually
you.
bring out the drama, but
Yeah.
you know, it don't necessarily have to be targeted towards drama. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. Cause sometimes you could just have. Let me tell you, there's a gentleman been on here talking about like some kind of sexist stuff, salacious stuff, and he been being pretty, consistent. If you like the spicy conversation, and Mr. Edwin, he had them spicy conversations from time to time.
When you start a
You right,
controversial
Mr. Anonymous.
conversation, yeah, when you start a controversial conversation, you go into it knowing that there's going to be a lot of different opinions and perspectives, or you're going to
Mm,
expect some drama and some backlash and some chaos.
mm-hmm.
But
But
you,
but
as
the
a as
question
a as a
is it
content
good for our
creator,
community?
have to have the ability to control the room, and your moderators have to be like enforcers. And what I was going to say earlier, it's kind of like police officers. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of
Mm-hmm.
ways, some people like them, and a lot of people don't.
There
You
you
know,
go.
so if you and what I was going to say, just like police officers, your moderators need to be held at a higher esteem. You know, they have to
Mm-hmm.
have really thick skin. You know, I mean, that's just
Mm-hmm.
that. That's not directed at anybody in particular. You know, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't want anybody to take anything wrong by that. But that's just the way I feel.
And I feel you what you're saying. You have to know how far to let it go. Like say, hey, let them say that, and if we give them a warning, and then if not, they just go too far, then they need to get dropped. Cause like I say, I'm a journalism major. I believe in free speech, but then when you just get totally out of line and just like in the gutter, your ass needs to go.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
there's this
yeah.
thing where, like me personally, I'm sorry, brother. Hold on. I just want to say this. Me personally, I'm on this app to make viable connections, make friends,
Yes,
make
sir.
learn some stuff, whatnot. So the drama is not important for me. You know, in
Mm.
fact, it's stressful for me. You know, but hey, I'm just saying. You know, so I mean, you
Mhm.
gotta cater to the proper audience with your content. You know, you gotta pick your battles. You can't. I mean, you can't go into a room that's not about that and push the narrative that you're trying to push if they're not hearing that because they're gonna drop you every time.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, let me welcome in. What's up, Giant? Welcome in the building. Welcome to
First of
Texas
all,
House.
first of all,
How are you?
I'm here to cut you the fuck out. Cause what you not gonna
Okay.
do is call my auntie no bitch
Okay.
and think you can get away with it. You old
Wait,
ass
hold
man.
on. Hold on. Hold
You a
on. Hold
grown
on.
ass
Hold
man
on.
calling a lady a bitch.
Hold
Who the
on.
fuck do you think you
I don't
is?
want to drop you, but if you want to talk to me, talk to me.
Okay, why you call my auntie a bitch? Simple question. Because you got dropped out of box? You think that makes you a man?
No. Okay, let me start over. So let me give you the recap
I don't need no
on
recap.
my
I was
other
there. I don't
page.
need no recap. I was there.
Okay. Okay, so you heard what happened. Did you hear what I said on this page lately?
I heard what you said on this thing.
Or
You just
did you
had a background. You just had a background saying you
wait.
support
I
black
know you're
women.
right.
You
You're
just had a
right. You're
background
right.
saying you support black women. But
No,
then
the
before that,
background
you
said, I see you, I love you. That's what
same
it
thing,
said.
same thing, same thing.
And okay. So let me
So
say
so
this
what
to
you
you. Let me say this to you, sir. I will let you talk. I informed everybody after it was over just a moment ago,
that it
several
was the skit.
times. And
That it was the skit, and you know damn well it wasn't. Don't sit in the pen and lie say it
it
was the skit
wasn't.
when you know.
Okay, well, you don't believe it was a skit. I made it up. I ran it by a couple of people. I told them I was going to do it. Would you like for me to bring them up so they can confirm that to be true? Since you obviously are not going to believe me.
If I call my auntie right now, she'll say it was a skit.
She didn't know.
And
She doesn't know it was a skit, sir.
So if
I didn't inform her. I don't have any methodology, approach. I don't have her number. I couldn't have informed her in it.
if I inbox
I
Kayla,
don't.
would she say with the skit? If I inbox
I
Kayla,
don't
would she
know
say with
what
the skit?
people are going to say, sir. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm real grown, right?
So am I.
So
I'm a
I
grown
do.
ass man myself.
I
I'm a grown ass man
do.
myself.
Wait, hold on. I do what I want to do, right? Now, if somebody thinks it's reasonable or not reasonable, that's okay too, right? But my parameters are this. If you're not feeding me, if you're not financing me, and if you're not effing me, then your opinion is just that, an opinion, no matter who you are. Now, this is what I said. This is what I said to the people. You were a part of a skit that I made up, fabricated in my mind based on some circumstances that occurred today. That's what I said. Now, was it sensational? Absolutely. Were there some things that shouldn't have been said about a melanated black woman by a black man? You goddamn right. Absolutely. But if you go across this TikTok streets that we find ourselves in, you see that shit every day.
And
would you like for me to give you the hosts
every time I
and
see
people that do it? Now,
I
understand.
I call it out. Every time I see it, I call it out. Whether I agree with that lady or
I
not.
appreciate you
Whether I agree
doing
with
that.
that lady
We
or not.
need more of you, sir, to be on this social media app. Who dropped it? What? Did you? Okay, we need more people on this app that think like you. I appreciate you coming to the defense. The other gentleman that was also pictured in the background did the same thing. He stood up like a G for his wife. He's been married to her for, I believe, over 20 years to date. So they ain't playing with this thing. They true to this thing. He is in it to win it. I wasn't really trying to make offense to that gentleman either, because he's doing, okay, go ahead, Sherman. He's doing something that everybody on this TikTok is trying to do. And in real life, in the real world, in 2024, there's a black man and a black woman that have been together for 20 years. Her husband will defend her immediately when somebody talk out the way about her. That's the G shit that need to be going on. But where are the men on this app that do that will allow people to do the shit I did a moment ago, right? And instead of them coming to the defense like you are, sir, they let that shit ride. And that shit ain't cool with me.
Respectfully.
So what I'm going to say to you, sir, to you, your family, and this person. Excuse me?
Her husband is here. You let him up. Uncle, comment real quick so he can let you up. Uncle, comment real quick so he can let you up. Please. DJ, please, I got this. I'm trying my best, y'all.
Okay, come on. He coming. What happened? Hold on, let me see. I just let
Let's
you
see.
up. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell you something, sir. What I agree with, there's people right now who comment.
Request in, come on back. I tried to let you up, but it didn't let you come through. I don't know what happened.
There are people right now in your comment section who are literally sometimes getting into it with, but I've never let another man call them a B. Never. I check that shit
I
every fucking
understand what you're saying, sir. I'm going to say this one more time.
You need to apologize. Fuck all that. You need to apologize as a man.
Hold on, sir. First off, you're in my box. You have contention with me, right? About what I did and what I said. Is that correct?
Hell yes. I'm a back my auntie.
Okay. All right, got you. So since you have contention with me, I need to first address the first person in my face, which would be you, right? I don't need to brush you off. I don't need to tell you I ain't gonna talk to you. I don't need to tell you that your opinion don't matter. I don't need to tell you I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. And if you don't like what I do, then you can do what, I don't need to go there with you, right? Because that would be right. Because two wrongs don't make a right. So I already did wrong. And now I'm trying to make it right. But yet, most people would take the plight of being wrong. Again, I ain't gonna do that with you. So I'm gonna say this again real slow. To you, your auntie, your family, if she has children, if she has a man or brothers, cousins, sisters, mother, father, grandpappies, grandmammies, great aunts, great aunties, she melanated. We don't exist without them things. And what I did, sir, again, I'm going to say, was a skit. Because as I ask people that come up here, do you know me? And the reason that I ask people, do you know me? Because if you know me for real, you know goddamn well that was a skit, because that ain't shit I do in my real life, ever. I would never do that. But I did it to prove a point, right? Not to drive a point home. So when the lady was like this, that, and I was like, because it was a skit, but it wasn't a written skit. It wasn't a rehearsed skit. It was an idea that I had. And this is exactly what I said to my business partner, nonetheless. I'm going to go on TikTok. I'm going to piss a whole lot of people off. She said, why? I said, I was on TikTok. This happened, this, that, and the other. You know what people do on TikTok do? Them motherfuckers, they live it. They going to be mad. I'm laughing. And I was like, but it ain't going to be no laughing matter because it's going to really piss some people off. So what I'm going to have to do at the end is do some humbling and some apologizing to some real folks in real life. But the point of the matter is this shit right here that I did is happening every fucking day on this thing.
Okay, so okay.
Period. Right?
So
all I'm going to say this to you. One more thing. Let me say this to you. Again, and I'm going to repeat this again, sir. If I offended you, sir, your family, or anyone associated with you, I humbly apologize to you. Somebody told me today that apology means nothing because it didn't have the context. So I'm repeating it so that you know I'm serious and I'm not just trying to fluff you off or make you go away, or don't really feel like a grown man can humble himself, sit up to another man, look him square in his eye and say, bro, I'm sorry. And mean that shit. Now,
obviously, sir,
you can take it.
Obviously, sir, you have no idea who that. You have no idea who I am. You have no many times.
Exactly. I don't have no idea. I don't know you.
Let me finish. Mm-hmm. There's a person in this conversation right now. He'll tell you. I had a conversation with that man on this app. Ask that man to turn on his camera and apologize to that black man. Because the shit I've done. There's ladies in your comment section right now who I said to their face, I'm sorry for the harm I caused. You caused lateral damage. But have you ever heard of the term impact over intent? Do you know what that means? Impact over intent.
Absolutely. Sometimes there are unintended consequences for irresponsible behaviors. Absolutely, I understand what you're saying. As a person that just went through that experience right now, it is a matter of fact because that's what just happened. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. I do.
Okay, you know what? Respectfully, since her husband would really like to have this conversation with you, and since that is her husband, and I'm only her nephew, I'm going to drop. I'm going to actually let her husband.
I would not have a conversation with her husband on the app, on live TV. See, that's the shit people do on these TikToks and young folks.
No. See,
I will. No, wait. Let me say this. All I'm going to say this to you. I will have a conversation with her husband, but it ain't going to be on social media.
See,
Now,
that's
some people may
that's the
say,
problem. That's the problem.
well, you did it on social media. You need to have it on social media. Fuck you. I'm grown. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna talk to a man like me and folk talk. I'm gonna talk, right? Period. That's what's gonna happen. Now, I'm saying I'm not a poet. I'm not hard to find. If you want to talk to me, drop me your number or drop me your name. I will drop you my number, and you're welcome to call me. I'm not gonna hide. I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna hear what this man has to say. I'm sure he's gonna be pissed off. Now, what he's gonna say in his festivity, I don't know. I know what I may say, and it probably is not gonna be pleasurable. But as they say, to whom much is given, much is required. Sometimes you gotta pay the piper when you do bad things. If this is one of those days, then that's what we do, respectfully, because that's what real men do. We ain't perfect, and we do shit we ain't supposed to. And if anybody can come up here and tell me that ain't the way for you, I would like to hear it. But what I can say is this. As I said earlier today, and we're dealing with imperfect people, and we are pedestalizing them because of controversy. There's no growth. There's no learning.
Respectfully,
There are a couple of people on this app, like I call her my first grade teacher. Her name is Ty. Like, I know she's controversial, but the problem about her controversial is people don't even know. Like, I can't say she do skits, but she's a teacher that teaches little badass children that run around and can't sit down and, a whole bunch of energy and they spazzing out everything else. She work in an environment like that. She comes from it, she understands it, but still in that chaos, she has to teach. And I say she does a great job at it. Another teacher on this app, Jumbled Up Hearts. You don't know him? You need to follow him. Same thing. There are good people on this app that are teachers. There's another lady on this app. Her name is Zen. I don't know if you guys know Zen. Zen is relatively new to the TikTok space, but this lady came here with a bombshell. The gentleman that was up in my box named Sherman is the one who was like, hey, Tex, you need to go check this woman out. He was right. She be putting it down. All of these circumstances and situations that we find ourselves in, there are people out here that are teaching us how to navigate it. In life, we have a chance, right? As long as you can look up, you can get up. Tomorrow is not promised. But if you wake up, you were given a blessing. Here's the man I am when I ask people, do they know me? So let me give you a little bit further backstory other than today. Let me recount last year for those of you guys that follow me and those of you guys that know, those of you guys that don't, but I'm finna tell you. Last year, I lost the beginning and the end of myself. I'm gonna say it again. Last year, 2023, I lost the beginning and the end of myself. So now let me run the math down, because if you follow me on TikTok and I tell you I'm the math guy, I say bring your math and show your work. So I just gave you the math. The math is beginning to end. Okay, how you work that problem out? Let me run it down to you. Last year, the beginning was my mother. That's where I come from. She no longer here. She left here last year. My end. The last born child of that mother, my sister, left here too last year after battling over 5 years. Because when they pronounced that she had cancer, they told her she wasn't going to live 2 weeks. But she fought like hell. And she lasted over 5 fucking years. So y'all want to come up here telling me about black women, what you should and you shouldn't do? Motherfucker, I done lost both of the ones that mean something to me. So understanding blackness and black women, you can't tell me shit about it. Because I don't have the shit you talking about no more. So me and you on a whole different pedestal, whole different plane of existence. I'm trying to learn how to live in a motherfucking world without my beginning and my end. So I asked you, do you know me? For real? Do you know me? Because I don't think you do, sir or ma'am. Do you follow me? Probably not. Why? Because if you did, you would see my good works and you would know, but you don't. Ask around these motherfucking streets how many people are living in houses, how many people are multifamily owners, how many people got their trust started, how many people got their life policy, their IUL started, began the annuity, transitioned some of their wealth accounts and their sucky ass fucking 401k plans that ain't giving them a return worth of shit, 0 point fucking pathetic, that we turn around and put this black family, this husband, this wife, and these fucking kids on a path where the husband and the wife see a future for them and they goddamn babies. If you follow me on my other page, you'll see a post about a man and a woman that lost their job. They worked at the same place, a hospital system, I believe. The man and the woman thought it was good enough for them to take out their kids first. He took out her and then took out himself. Because life is life in the fuck out of people. This is TikTok. It ain't real fucking life. It's a game. There's a lot of stuff happening in the real world. Turn around, take a look at it. Go check on your neighbor next door and the neighbor on the other door. See how they faring instead of worrying about how I'm doing on a fucking social media app. When the last time you knocked on the goddamn door of your neighbor and said, sir, ma'am, do y'all need anything? Can I help you in any way? Can I do something for you? Or better yet, when the last time somebody knocked on your door and asked you the same shit? All these cousins and uncles and nieces and nephews and everybody else, who come to check on you? And if they do, you need to fucking appreciate it. Because those motherfuckers out here, they ain't got that. For real. So when y'all want to come up on social media apps, and there's controversy and everything else, again, I'm going to say this. My name is Edwin, aka Texasdreammaker. I currently platform 2 whole accounts on here with a backup just in case y'all want to get funky and I need to see what's going on in these streets until these come back alive. But what I do, I do. Go ask Guerrilla Wealth Organization on this app. Brother Jamal, Cole ass brother. Go ask him what I do. Ask Miss Cheryl that was up here. Ask Miss Charlotte that was up here. Ask some of these women folks So before you check me, check my reference. Because like I say, I can bring Ash Life is a Beach that was just up here. Ash Sherman that was just up here. Shall I keep dropping names on you? No, because you think I'm trying to flex. I'm trying to be famous. Motherfucker, I'm already famous. You know why? Everybody with Edwin. You just not. Because if you knew, you would be with me too. Because I'm your best bet. Because I'm him. So I'm going to tell you in the infamous words of Deion Sanders, don't let my confidence irritate you. See, I was confident enough. I could go on my page and I could do a skit about the bullshit going on fucking TikTok. And I could handle the pressure and the backlash without folding in a corner, crying, slobbering about it. Because I'm a whole G. I got less life to live than the life I've already lived. I plan to do it exemplary. And while I'm doing it, I plan to help my people. I am my brother's keeper. Are you? Are you? Correcting, checking. I check my goddamn self. I play chess for real, not for play. I know what a check move look like, and I know when I lose the game. The shit I just did ain't gonna make me lose nothing. Cause check it out. I knew what I was doing. What I didn't know was the unintended consequences. What do I mean? Who the hell it was going to affect. Thought it would affect the two people that I had up there. But not the two people I have up there, their whole entire family, everybody else. You know, that math didn't run. I didn't have time. I was working. It wasn't a full fucking thought. Like I told somebody, I didn't write it down and saw a script and I checked the wording that was going to come out and knew that it was properly lined up to hit the punchline or make the cash app go or send the likes up through the roof. But I got a whole journalism major as a friend on here. Life is a Beast just came up here. She know how to do that shit. She do that for real in real life on the big stage. So when people say, well, you trying to boost the platform, motherfucker, if I wanted to do that, I already got the people that can help me do that. She was just up here. You might want to talk to her. She on the social media app. So let me say this again. I'm a man that stands on his own fucking square, confidently saying this to my black women. If I offended you, I'm sorry. Unintended consequences. I rock with you the long way because that's what I'm supposed to do. Now, supposing to do it and having the ability to do it sometimes can be completely different. But I'm a whole G. Black women, I love you. Black men, I'm on the team with you. As long as we taking the women and children with us, we ain't letting them get them. We ain't letting them take them. And they can't have them. If you can agree on that, we can be a we. If not, you need to be you and I'm going to stay the fuck me. Trust me on that. What I'm saying is, this is an exercise of the shit show that go on every day in spaces in this app. What do you do about it? What do what do you do about it? About it. Now, supporting content creators is not a bad thing. I think content creators give you motherfuckers something to do with your bored ass. So, while I sip on my red cup with my beverage in there this evening, that I went and fixed out of my cabbage, I wish you well in all your endeavors. If you need text, reach out to me. I may not know how to do it, but I damn sure try to find you somebody that can help you do it. What you doing? Who you helping? Who can lean on you? Let me let some folks up here. Sup, Donna? Sup, St. Paris? Hello, Miss Donna. How are you? I'm going to let you speak first because I rock with you the long way.
That's wonderful, Texas. I am so confused about what's going on. I just was scrolling and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. This is so not like you. And so
I've been trying to tell. Okay, Donna. So let me tell you, because I know, me and you, we chop it up all the time. Let
that's
me tell you what
correct.
happened. Okay, this is what happened. I'm everywhere on TikTok, right? So I was in a lady's named Kay. I like her. I mean, good content writer, kind of like you, just real smooth about it. But there's been some issue on the TikTok streets, and so she was hosting a live about it, right? Okay, the issue is pretty
She was
big.
whoa. Don't fast talk
Hosting.
me. You know I got a second grade education. Don't fast talk me. So she was
She
hosting
was
a live about
about two content creators that are fairly large in respect of following on this app that have had contention with each
okay.
other.
All right.
Okay. So the panel was kind of
Yeah, I'm gonna get to
discussing this
it. Don't worry.
content.
I'm gonna get to it. Mm-hmm.
So they were discussing the contentions about, who was right, who was wrong, should somebody, do this and the other. The person, similar to what I just did, right? In essence, she read a Cash App that most likely she probably shouldn't have read, right? She shouldn't have probably did it. However, I think, when these things get going, I mean, I don't think people understand the stress of hosting what I call a mega freaking live, right? Like in your profession and what you do, you're responsible for a lot. Think about being responsible for a lot in a moment, right? And I think she just made an unintended fumble on the play. The reason that I say that is because throughout this whole process, the only thing I was waiting for is the woman to just say, I'm sorry, right? She
Mm-hmm.
did that. She said, I apologize. After that, it was a wrap for me, right? Because throughout this whole time, that was the only thing I was waiting for. Because you can't tell a motherfucker they ain't sorry. I don't give a fuck who you are. But everybody was saying, well, they didn't have no empathy or sympathy, or it didn't sound right, or she didn't say it right, and all it. So there was like a lot of back and forth with that kind of thing. And then on the gentleman's side, what was said about him shouldn't have been said, and so it was one of those things, right? I made my commentary on it, I said, she said she was sorry, and that's got to be enough to stand on. And then I think, I don't remember the whole thing, but I think I dropped out. But somebody
So
on
I
the
think
panel.
if you on a whole rant, you probably need to remember the whole thing.
Well, no, wait, hold on. I'm
Because you gotta
paraphrasing
tell
it
me,
because it was a long
why you like this. And
I'm gonna get to it, but I gotta
okay,
bring this in paraphrase. I don't want to go over the whole live, but in paraphrase, somebody on the panel said, "Hey, look, I wanted to ask Edwin a question," and somebody else said, "Yeah, I want to ask Edwin a question too." So I was in listening, right? So I requested to come back up in the box. I came back up in the box. The person asked me the question. I was answering the question, and then she kind of responded, did her, said what she had to say, everything else cool. And I think she dropped out. I don't remember because a lot has happened today at work. So I'm drinking a thing. That doesn't really matter. And then I was asking. I mean, I was about to make comment to the other person that asked me a question. I got dropped out. First incident, right? And when you get dropped out, once you get so much, TikTok kind of really shows you who dropped you. But out of respect for the host, I went in my pocket. I didn't just back DM or send her money and say, why that happened, right? She basically was kind of shocked. The lady didn't really, when I came back up, she kind of made amends, but not really. She just kind of was sorry, kind of. That's just how I took it. Now, I
well, I
don't
thought you
know
just
this
said
woman.
you can't tell people when they sorry.
Hold on.
Okay.
So I said, okay, right? Because I don't know. Left, boop. Went to another live. Further on down, I had a couple calls. Was in that live. Miss Charlotte, I can mention her name. She was in that live. I'm always complimenting Charlotte, right? Because I think at 71, this woman is dynamic and she's lived an exemplary life to me because I know her whole story, if that makes any sense. So I'm always trying to give her flowers now, tell her how much I appreciate her, how cute she is, doing me, right? Long story short, the host that we're on, I think got a call or something like that. And so, this game, Rent a Wife, Rent a Husband, that I've done on, I think yours or V's or some live, right? And,
That was your
it's
lie.
nice to, or I've done it on my live too. I've done it a lot of places. Because once I did it on my live, everybody was asking me, let's come do this. Let's see what it looked like. Anyway, a gentleman on the live, I asked him that question. He took big offense, right? And I said, bro.
No, what does that have to do with
Hold on.
what's
I'm
going
getting
on
to
right
it, Donna.
now?
Just wait a minute, Donna. I
Okay.
promise you. You're
All
going to
right.
like shit. Oh. So he took big offense to it. Dropped me, blocked me, right? I went to my other account, came back up. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what did I say? Moderators, right? I didn't get kicked out of the box by the host. I didn't get dropped and blocked by the host. I got dropped and blocked by a moderator when I wasn't even talking to the host. I was talking to other panel guests, right? So my issue is, it started out as moderators are out of fucking control. Because to me, moderators rule TikTok. And
So
today I feel like I got moderator abuse.
Texas.
So this is what I did.
So
Go, Don.
does that have anything to do with the people that in the chat when I came in, they said you disrespected a black woman or I don't know, a
Yes.
couple?
Okay.
Because I got two different names. So are those two people moderators in any of this?
One is a woman, one is a man. The people that were probably in the chats, because I wasn't reading the chats, the people in the chats are probably upset about the woman, and I guarantee you they didn't say shit about the man.
Okay,
Here, now let me
I
tell you
really,
what happened.
I promise
Let,
you, I heard two
okay.
women, and I don't think they told me two men. Okay,
Okay,
so
hold on.
I don't
Hold
need to
on.
know about moderators in a live blocking you. I don't know, you might have said something, you know, because you've been in my live, and I've told you, when you see me put chairs in the chat, that mean bring your ass and come sit down because you're doing too much. Did we not have that conversation? Because I see you
Okay,
on
Donna.
here doing some stuff,
Donna, I
right?
mean, you know, I do all kind of. It is
That is correct.
this app for me. I don't know what it is for everybody else. It's pure fucking entertainment. It is all it is. It's entertainment. Just like if I go to a basketball game or a football game and I'm in the stands rumping and roaring, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's pure entertainment for me.
Okay, so if it's
Now,
pure entertainment, no,
so let me say
Texas.
this.
If it's
Wait,
pure entertainment, you would
hold on,
never
Donna.
call
Hold
a
on.
woman
Hold
out
on.
of her
Hold on.
name.
I'm gonna put the background
So
up
I
because
want you to get to the part of
text. Here you go.
calling somebody out
Here
of
you
their
go.
name.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go, Donna. This is the background I put up.
And it say what
You
up at the
know,
top?
it says basic bitch. That's what it says at the
Okay.
top. Then it lists the names, their handle names of the people on the app. These are the
Okay, so
pictures of the
why
people
is
that
this
I was talking
even
about.
why is this even a thing?
These are the
Now
two
now
people.
take it down. I see it. And now I have
Okay.
a little more comments. So take
All
it
right.
down. Thank you.
Okay, if you want me to, Donna.
Yes,
Let
I
me
do.
see what I can do for you.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
And so now, what does that have to do with much of anything about you being dropped? And I'm pretty sure it's somebody else's life. Was it either of their lives?
No, it was not
Okay.
either of those
So,
lives.
so what is
You
these two
mean when they
people?
hosted?
And I'm not even worried about big guns. Um,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you call big guns a basic bitch or not. I mean, I'm so confused, but I just don't like
I
seeing
get
you
no.
like this.
Okay.
I don't,
Let
you
me
know,
let me say
we've
this.
had this
I
conversation before.
understand
I
what you're
brought you in
saying.
my live to say, come sit down, because
Okay.
you be doing the absolute fucking most. And
Yeah, sometimes
so
I do,
I'm
but
just like,
that's what I
what
be
are we
like
doing here,
all
Texas?
night. Look, all night, Donna. This is what I keep telling people. Do you know me? Like, I mean, you know, you
I know
relatively
of
know
you.
me,
Hmm.
right? Of what the shit I do on this app.
Absolutely.
This was an event. As I told one of my partners, I'm gonna show you how easy it is for these people to be crazy. I'm gonna put a sensational title. I'm gonna start calling shit. I'm like, these all people are this, right? And here's why. And then I explain it. And then I say a whole bunch of sensational shit, right?
Mm.
And then I bring the people up that's there. One of them didn't come, one of the people that was in there, but the other woman came up, and then the host of the live I was in came up, right? We were having a conversation. I was going to explain the skit part of it and the unintended consequences. And the lady was like, well, you said it. Yeah, I did. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm like, it didn't go over well. They were pissed, obviously so. But a lot of people, to me, a lot of people are pissed on TikTok every freaking day. Today I was in a live and a woman that I respect freaking bust out crying over
Okay,
same
in Texas, that has
bullshit.
nothing to do with nothing. I
It
don't
has
give a
something to
fuck.
do with me.
I know.
All I'm saying
No,
to you,
it
Donna,
has
is
nothing to
this.
do with why you call people basic bitches, why you called a black woman a bitch, and then turn around and say, I love black women. And so there are women, there are two women, it's TT and K that's in the request. And so I wanted to hear your side so that cause I was so fucking confused when I came in here. But I do want to know, like, what the hell is going on? Cause
Okay,
this
Donna,
is not,
let me
this
just
is
say
not
this.
okay. No, so you
It's
said
not okay.
enough. If you can
All I'm
let
saying to you,
those women
no,
up,
I'm not going to do that. I'm
why
going to
not?
say this because I'm not.
Why? And this is me
I'll tell
asking you. This ain't got
I'll
nothing
tell
to
you
do
on the
with nobody
backside
else.
why.
This
I'll tell you on the
no,
backside. Listen,
because you called him
no.
a bitch on the front side.
Listen.
So
Listen.
who are you talking to
Donna,
like that?
this is all I'm saying. In a nutshell, I'm not going to do it. Right?
Why?
Now, whether people agree or disagree, it is okay. I have made a decision, and that's what I'm going to do. Right?
You made a
I'm going to say
decision to
what
call a black woman a
I'm
bitch.
I made a decision to do what I did. I made a decision to disclose what I did and why I did what I did.
Y'all chill out. Give me a minute.
People are making whatever they wish of what I said and what I said. And from there, that's where it's at. Here's my position, Donna. This is an app to me. And I understand the retribute done. Like the gentleman that came up, I think he was
That has nothing. We back on the bitch.
Okay, listen.
I don't
Donna,
care about
I'm
no
not doing
gentleman.
it.
Did you call the
Here's the
gentleman a
thing.
bitch?
Let me say this. Yes, I have done that before in my
No,
life.
this
Absolutely.
gentleman that you was about to talk about. Did you call that gentleman a bitch?
No, no. I did
Okay.
not.
And so
This is what I'm
Texas,
saying.
all I'm really concerned about is
I understand what
you
you're
can't
concerned about,
say
Donna, but
it.
you're not
Okay, so you're
understanding.
not gonna tell me about another gentleman
No,
that was on a
listen,
live
Donna.
and you felt bad about.
Hold on.
I'm
No,
not finna
no,
listen to that shit.
we're not gonna do this. Donna. I love you, big. I love you, babe. I'm just gonna mute you. I'm not gonna drop you. This is what I'm gonna say. I hear you. I hear you. I do. But I hit the little button, said go live. And I came up here. I have had people in and out the box. I've had people talk about this in the box. Okay? On the page that I got banned for, that should be back up now, right? And on this page. But what I'm not going to do is continue it. Now, me saying I'm done, it doesn't require a consensus from anyone. I'm done. I did. I said. I explained. I apologized. I'm finished. The only thing I was doing for you, darling, was explaining to you the process that you may not have heard during the course of these events, inclusive of some of the people that were a part of the process. I was just informing. Now, when you say, okay, I want to hear about it, cool. You don't want to hear about it. That's all I got to say, because I've explained pretty much everything else. If you don't want to hear any additional parts, I got you. Now, you can speak. I'm cool.
Thank you, Texas. I appreciate you. Okay, so you said you apologized, but I think the women that you called a bitch were asking to request up, and you said you're not gonna let them up. So did you apologize?
There's not two people.
Okay.
That's what I keep. I
Okay,
just
so how
showed you
many
that.
people is it?
So
It's just that one
And then
person.
did I put the
And the
back
dude.
did I put the back drug up?
Whoa. Watch your tone.
Yes.
Bring it down. Because apparently there is a K and there is a TT. And I think I had the names right, y'all.
Okay,
it's
Donna,
my birthday. Today is my birthday, and I've been drinking. So
I know it's your birthday, sweetheart. Don't do it.
don't hold me
do it.
accountable because I may
No,
not remember
I'm
too
not.
much. But
I'm not.
so which
We
one
not.
of it was it the K or the TT that you
We
called a bitch?
not, Donna. We not. You and I, me and you, right here.
TT is the only
now.
one that she called a bitch.
We are not.
Oh wait, it was in K's
going
line.
to.
I'm
we
so confused.
Are not. Stop. See, that's what I'm saying, Donna. Don't.
It's your
Just
birthday
don't.
too. Happy birthday. Go Aries. You know, we start this thing off right now. Listen. Okay, I'm back. Texting.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm not.
Just don't. Just look. Trust me. Don't. See how confused you are.
What?
I just gave you. I personally ran down to you, long-windedly so, the entire process.
Thank you.
Of the interactions and what occurred. I just told you that. Right? Now, what you're asking me is what they're saying. And there are two women and this, and like, who is this and who is that? I didn't mention any names. I ain't trying to mention any names.
I appreciate it.
I mentioned their names in the beginning. I put the handles up there. I put it up there. You asked me who it was. I put it back up there because you said it was two. I said it ain't two women. It's one woman. Okay, Donna. I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it.
What don't you want to do? What are you insinuating that I'm asking you to do? Texas, I'm gonna need for you to calm down and talk to me.
I'm saying, Don.
Because
you
hemming and hawing and.
Do you have my number?
No, but I don't need it because you call somebody a bitch out here on 4K or in 4K, as the young people say. Because y'all,
I tried, Donna. I tried. Here's the thing. Let me say this again clearly for all the people in here. I've explained. I've stated. I've apologized. I'm done. If you're lost in the sauce, if you're confused, if you're bitter, if you're angry, if you're mad, if you're upset, my apology for what I did to bring that about in your life tonight is the only thing I can offer you. You accept it or you don't. That is the bargain I'm presenting. I'm not presenting what somebody else wants me to present. I'm presenting my case. I will say this. I have had numerous people come through this panel. Okay? Everybody has had their say about the circumstances and events that this stir up has done. No one can say that nobody came up here, that I said this and did this in a vacuum, that I didn't take open criticism on my page. I didn't apologize to the people that felt bad and thought that I shouldn't have, regardless if it was a skit or not. They didn't care. They said it was wrong. Okay. I said, you're right. It was wrong. I admitted to the fault and then apologized for it. So, if I have done all of that, the requirements that you have of me, to me, are extreme. So let me say this again. The point of the skit is simply this. moderators everywhere on TikTok. I want y'all to do your damn job. Because I went live on my other page without moderators to prove to you what the fuck happened. Like, if my moderators would have been in the building, they would have been watching the comments. All the people that were possibly looking in and reporting my page would have been gone. I was still live on that page because I have some dynamic moderators, one of which just came up in the building. That's how she know who in the queue. So I'm going to say this again. The only reason my page got done is because I didn't have moderators. Because if I had had moderators in the room, which I'd normally wait for them to come, especially on something like this. Because see, when people don't like what you say, they have a propensity to do something about it. But this is Wealth Wednesday, so I'm always going to bring it back to things. We don't like the situation in our lives, we can do something about it. There's an opportunity out there that awaits you. You just don't know it. So again, I'm going to always steer back to my purpose because what I do is always purposeful. It's not vindictive, malicious. I didn't make cash apps and my likes is 4,800. I ain't got 10,000 likes. I ain't got no gifts. This live has not profited me nothing. So you can't say I did it for the money. He just did it to blow up and get some cash and get money and get likes and views and this, that, and the other. Look up there. It says 0, right? Of 20. No gifts. See my likes? 4,800. Not a whole bunch of likes. So why would a foolish old man go on TikTok, stir up some goddamn trouble and not make no goddamn money? Ain't that kind of crazy? The only reason somebody gonna do something like that is they're trying to prove a point. And I believe I so eloquently did so. The people that were used to prove the point don't like it. I understand that. But when people are running around here on TikTok doing all kind of things like getting people page banned, taken down, reporting people, all this other stuff, it's a social media app. I've been on TikTok 3 years now. I haven't reported anyone yet. I've blocked some people. I think on my page I got 3 people blocked. 3 years. That's like one person a year. Some of these people got 40, 50, 100 people blocked. I've been dropped out of some what they call high places before. If you see me in these airways and in these TikTok streets, you have seen that happen. Those drops were done by the host hosting the live. But when moderators drop people because they don't like them, so again, This ain't gonna make you feel no warm and fuzzy, depending on where you are in the paradigm and the situation based on what you saw. Like one of my mods just said, wait a minute, wait a goddamn minute. Hold on, let me try to understand this. Yeah, I get it. It's unusual. It's out of character. Been rocking with my lives and me around these streets for a long period of time. Ain't never seen no shit like this in her existence in my sphere. But this week on TikTok, I seen a grown woman cry about these fucking TikTok streets. That made me do this. I saw a grown woman cry today on TikTok. Like me, love me, follow me, don't follow me. Learn the lesson though. Please learn the lesson. I don't think anybody on TikTok was brave enough to do the foolish shit I just did today. But like I told you, I'm him. I don't mind going against the grain. I don't mind providing the necessary thing to change people's behaviors in their minds and their lives about who the fuck they are, what the fuck they do, how they do it. Judge me? No, judge yourself. I gotta judge. I believe in God. I know I'm gonna go see him one day. He gonna roll out a book and he gonna tell me about myself. Probably gonna tell me about this event too. Get away? Am I clean? Fit? No, I gotta go see the maker about this. But for now, I think I made my point. We, as a people, gotta do better together. Do what you do. Go where you go. Be who you be. But be the best be you can be. Who is that? So, that being said, I've got to leave you guys now. The people that know me say it's time to go. So I came, I made a splash. But let me remind the people that are maybe coming in here. Let me say this again from the beginning. This was a skit. Not for no gifts, not for no likes. You don't see no Cash App. Moderators, I believe, are somewhat out of control. My second point, and most important point, is I seen a grown woman cry today over controversy. So I decided, let me stir something up. Controversy. Not for profit, but for point. That we are better together than divided. And all this bickering and back and forth and trying to hold people to perfect, they not perfect. None of them. Nor am I. The height of our arrogance and the depths of our ignorance is our undoing. We have to get out of our own echo chamber. We have to lead with love first before we bring our truth. My name is Edwin.